Hey guys, hope you're well. Rob here. We're back with Bromsgrove Sporting today. It's season 2. We've got loads of additions to talk about and some outgoings as well. And we're going to crack on with season 2 following our promotion. See you in just a sec. Rightio then guys, plenty to talk about here. Obviously we had that brilliant run for the last sort of third or maybe a bit longer, sort of second half of the season. Flew up and in the end promoted reasonably comfortably winning the league. So it's Vanarama National League North, Conference North to most of us. So it's a step up in challenge. I think the media prediction's like 16th or something like that. So not to go down, but not to pull up any trees. What did the board want? I think it was particularly anything massive, just to avoid relegation, and then after that to just remain. We don't want to do that. It's difficult to set a time frame. I don't necessarily think we have to go up this season, but I certainly don't want to be down in 16th. I think we will target sort of top half and maybe look to go up next season. But we'll see as it goes. We'll get an idea of where we are. Be nice to get some cup runs because of course the finances are still as they tend to be at this level. Wage budget is much bigger though. We've brought a lot of players in and we've still got a little bit of room to spare, which is nice. Some of those big contracts finally ended that we were stuck with. So it's a bit of a new look squad, but it's not a complete overhaul to be fair. So let's have a little look. Let's get rid of all that. You can see we've still got lots of trials. So we'll get rid of those and we'll go through. So first of all, we needed a goalkeeper. Akos Anodi, who was on loan from Villa, has gone back. They had no interest in loaning him again. So we had to get one in. We've been a bit late with this because there's been a few that we've been sort of looking at that were on trial that were all quite similar, and we were negotiating contracts, things like that. So none of them have played in pre-season. Actually, they have, but on trial. So we've settled for this. Ben, clearly a great name. It's going to be Ben the Dudinsky, I would imagine, if he's any good for us at least. So in here comes nice and solid. We still need another one, I think. Maybe look for a younger player who's not going to mind playing, not playing all the time. He's been around a little bit, not done particularly well anywhere, to be fair, by the looks of it, but hopefully good enough for the level. Has some experience at the level at least, coming into his prime as a goalkeeper as well. Sam Alderson, Jake Barrett was one of the ones I was excited about. I mean, there's never anything to get too excited about in the stats at this level, but good solid centre back, can play left back as well, but he's going to be a centre back for us. He was on Man United's books as a young player by the looks of it, and has a good spell at Hanley, where he's done really well, as you can see. It is a few divisions below, so hopefully he can make the step up. But he's only, I think he's 21. Where is he? Yeah, 22. So plenty of time for him to develop as well. Jordan Eli stayed around. I wasn't particularly impressed with him last season. He had a load of moans, didn't he, really early on, and he was sort of nothing more than a backup. But he's stayed on a relatively cheap contract, so happy to have him in there as well. Mike Peck, along with Eli's, probably our backup for now. That may not stay that way, but he's only 21 as well. So we've got a good few sort of young centre backs in. He was at Plymouth and again has done okay at Bracknell, which is a couple of divisions below again, so hopefully the step up won't be too much for him. And Charlie Wise we've kept around simply because he's always played pretty well for us, but he's also on no wages, so he's on a non-contract, so we'll keep those around whilst they're still of any use. So I'm reasonably happy with that. If someone really strong comes in, we might look to it, but I think centre back is okay. Right back is an issue, as you can see. It's only really Sam Alderson, so we need to look at that, and a lot of those trials are for a right back. Left hand side, Bradley Garmston, Cody Fisher, still both there. Of course, Fisher can also fill in at centre back, and Garmston could play further forward. So there's some versatility across the team. Kieran Monlouis we brought in. Really as a winger, he obviously needs to learn this more advanced role that we play, but I think attributes wise he could do that, and he could play centre midfield as well. But as you're about to see, we're pretty stacked there. He's a St Lucian international though, and again he's been around a little bit at a decent level in some spells. So even if he's just a squad player, I think that's a decent addition. The base stays on. Now, centre midfielders, there was loads. I could have picked up loads more, but obviously we've already got a real good centre midfield, so it was difficult to turn some down, but we've picked a few in. We've probably got a little bit too many, and it means that some players are not going to get as much time or are going to have to shift to other positions. But some of them I didn't want to turn down. So Corey Brennan is the first, only 19, from Burnley. They obviously released from the academy. He's 14 passing, 12 first touch, 13 decisions, technical attributes that I don't think you see all the time at this level. So really happy to bring him in, and he can play that sort of attacking role that Nabe has been doing, but I think he's an upgrade there. James Rowe, really versatile, can play all the different roles. He can attack, he can do the defensive ones, and as you can see, again, decent technically, good mentals. Physicals leave a little bit to be desired, but he's a bit of experience, and again, he can do multiple jobs in there. Jack Newell we've kept on. Again, I think he's on a non-contract, so yeah, happy to keep that going as a bit of backup. Josh Dugmore. Now, if you're still watching the series, Josh, words, because you've been a bit of a contract diva. He's had a nice pay rise. He's only on about 80 quid a week, I think, so up to 250. Don't mind. He's one of the best players at the club. Attributes wise, there's nothing special there, but he is. He's a good all-rounder, and he always performs for us. And he's only 19, and blah 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 blah. But part of his negotiations were that we'd strengthen in attacking areas. Absolutely fine. We were always going to bring in new players. 2 days later, he comes to me moaning, saying he wants to leave because we've not fulfilled our promise. It was 2 days, Josh. 2 days. Normally, I let him go at this point. Don't want you, fine. Don't want you moaning. This one, I was like, no, you're staying. We fell out for a bit. We've made friends now, thankfully, before the season starts, so it's all good. But drama I didn't need. Ethan O'Toole stays around again. He's got good potential, and again, a non-contract. Lalose, Lewis Bradley probably will be more of a winger this year. Obviously, he did great for us in centre midfield, but I think actually right wing might be a slightly better position for him. But and that sort of eases the stress on bringing wide players in, because we are a little bit short there. Obviously, we've got Monlouis now. And Lalose, who can go over to the left side. So we've got Bradley, we've got Sanchez, as probably back up now. He's getting on a little bit, but we've got some good options there now. So Shamabako, all about. I'm hoping that he carries on that scoring form and belies these sort of attributes, but it's that composure I think that sets him apart. So let's hope he continues, of course. And then the only other one, I think, Mpenga may well be on his way out. I'd like to keep him, but. He's not. I think he only wants a non-contract, but the appearance fees and stuff he wants are huge. So he will probably leave, which is a shame. And it does leave us a little bit light up front because brought in Ken Charles, had a great pre-season, but of course we don't play two up front at the minute most of the time. So I was trying to figure out a way of fitting them both in. However, he can play on the left-hand side. Now it's a bit weird because I've used him as a wide target forward, which I've never done before. And on the basis that he's only 5'7", it seems like an odd decision. But I noticed he was winning header after header after header when he was playing up front in pre-season. And he does have 14 heading, to be fair. His jumping reach is only 8. So I don't know what it is, but he seems to have a knack at winning little flick-ons. So I've used him out here to good effect a couple of times, and he's won flick-ons for Bacco, and they've linked up really well. So that's an option as well as playing him up front. As I said, we've got a bunch of players on trial. I'd like to bring another right back. And possibly another centre forward if we can figure out a way. Bacco's going to be first choice. I think we've got to give him a chance regardless of what we can bring in. So, that's a little bit of a dilemma. But even if it's someone that's a bit versatile that can play there as a backup, that's what we'll do. Nice young squad, plenty of sort of potential to sort of grow into this league, and I think I'm pretty happy with it so far. We can make a few additions, as we've got a little bit of wiggle room in the wage budget left. But as a squad as it is, pretty good, pretty happy. It's difficult at this level, so I'm happy with that. Anyway, I've rambled on far too much there. We go into today's first game against Braintree. Now I don't know how good anyone is, in this now. So let's have a look at the media prediction and see where they're sort of, are they one of the big teams that we should be looking at? Or right, so 21st, so below even us. So a game we want to win, really. Of course, this ends up being nonsense at this level a lot of the time because there's so many transfers that they could end up being up here somewhere. But as a start, that's all we've got to go on for now. So let's. St Ives came up. The funny thing, Hednesford, who we beat to the title, they've been top pretty much all season since day one. Lost in the playoffs to St Ives, so they didn't even come up. So that was quite funny. But yeah, let's go into that first game today against Braintree, and let's hope for a good result. So this is the team, guys. The dudes in goal is the only keeper we've got, really. Alderson, Garmston, Barrett and Wise, I would imagine, will be our starting back four until maybe Eli or what's the other guy, Mike Peck, maybe make a claim for Wise's spot. But for now, that's the start. Dugmore, Rowan, Brennan again is probably the midfield that I'll go with. Bradley out on the right hand side today, Lalose on the left. We could switch that to an inverted if that's what the game lands. And of course, the main man, Shamabako himself, up front. Still only 5 subs. Does my head in. Right then, guys, let's go. You might have noticed, haven't really changed the tactics. We've looked at them, but we've been able to fill positions that suit it and everything. So if it ain't broke and all that, let's keep it the same, and let's see how we get on at the higher level. This is obviously one of the predicted to be weaker teams in the division, though. So hopefully we can get off to a good start. Lalose fouled there, an early yellow card for them after not even 30 seconds. So Lalose might be able to get a little bit of joy down that side. Hopefully you've enjoyed the save so far, guys. Do all the usual like and subscribe nonsense if you have. It's nice to sort of get up out of that bottom division. There's Lalose through on goal. Good save, but Bradley's there. There it is. There it is. That's the start we wanted. What is it, 6 minutes? Lovely stuff. Really good football. And we love a counter-attack, don't we? A nice sort of flowing counter-attack. Rowe to Brennan. Lovely ball inside the 2 defenders. Good run from Lalose. And Bradley following up for an easy finish. 1-0. Is that the right way around? I don't know. 1-0. But yeah, I've done the like and subscribe. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Do let me know if you want to see anything else about the save. They've not even had a shot yet, guys, and we've had 54% possession. So we're bossing the game, which is great. It's exactly what we wanted. We've obviously got Kidderminster in this league as well, the main rivalry. It's actually one that's in the game as well. Can they break now? Stand up strong. It's a little bit too easy, guys. Way too easy. Stop him! Oh. Okay, well. I won't want to blame the keeper too much because obviously he's been let clean through way too easy. But I don't know. A proper goalkeeper might tell me because I'm not one by any means. But positioning there, it showed him an awful lot of that side of the goal. Disappointing. That's their first attack, first shot. So that's annoying. Can we bounce back? Get up. We can't be too demanding, I guess. I mean, it is out. We are new to the division. There's a lot of new players to bed into the system as well. Those relationships aren't there, so a little bit of leeway. But that's just a really disappointing goal to concede. Here's Lalose. He made the first. Come on then. Oh, he's dancing in and out, and his shot's rubbish. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Free header. Free header! Okay, well, it's a little bit sort of end-to-end, isn't it, in terms of the highlights at least. Big ball in, headed away. Can Alderson do something? Don't get robbed. Well done. Dugmore's been quiet though. Into Rowe. Into Bacco. Oh, little reverse to Brennan, who's absolutely pinged it off the post, but it's offside. Oh, lovely little drop shoulder sort of faked pass there by Bacco. That's a bit unfortunate. We've dominated. Look, I mean, stat-wise, we've dominated. And we've sort of given just that one opportunity, haven't we? It looks like Garmston might have picked up a bit of a knock here. Let's not risk anything. Let's just... I haven't got Cody Fisher on the bench. It's 5 subs, man. I don't think I checked, because I think we've got 2 centre-halves on the bench as well, which is a bit silly. Let's see what comes of this, and then we'll have to make a change. I don't need anyone picking up a worse injury than they need to at this point. Here is Garmston, that's fine. Into Brennan, moving the ball well. I'd like to speed it up just a little bit. That's it, good, one touch. Bradley, Alderson, loads of room around the corner for Bradley. Good run and a good block in the end. This is good stuff though, boys, come on. Let's get back in front. In comes the corner, get up. We should have men on the edge there. I don't know why that's been too easy. Dugmore gets back well. Fine with that. Force that big long ball into no one. And we'll have a breather. We've moved it quickly though. Lalose opening up things in front of him. Moved it well. Big lumped cross to no one, really. Bradley's done well to recover. Come on, and deliver. Oh, lovely run. In it goes. Backo! Oh, not his usual self, that. Difficult one, maybe. Ball was going backwards, wasn't it? Behind him. Right. Let's change this up, because I think we're gonna have to put Barrett out there. What the hell's happened here? I'm gonna have to put Barrett out there, and we'll bring on Eli. It's not really where I want Barrett to be playing, but it's a little bit needs must with the 5 subs and all that. I think we've done okay. Moving it well again. We just need a bit. We need to find that cutting edge, which we sort of haven't really had since we scored. Interesting choice. Back to the dude. And again, getting involved, lumps it. Oh, into Backo. Backo 1-on-1. Doesn't miss. Just doesn't miss. Shama Backo. Oh. He just 1-on-1. He is lethal. Oh, it's just a big route. Well, I mean, they've knocked it around. Dudzinski's looked up and obviously popped one. Backo's timing of his run's perfect. Keeper even gets hands to it, but you can't stop the Backo. I suppose with that, it's worth mentioning as it comes up to half-time, guys. I mentioned it in the other video. We've got a new YouTube Shorts channel. I suppose it's not on the Shorts bit, because the Shorts bit's a bit rubbish on YouTube, I think. Separate channel. It's nothing fancy, but it is just some of our best and silliest bits. Probably some outtakes as well. There's a few bits up there already. Go and give it a look. It's just little bite-size videos of our sort of nonsense that we get up to. And there's plenty of Backo-related comments. I got distracted by that. Plenty of Backo-related content on there as well. So go and give that a bash if you're sort of enjoying the full videos. It's a nice way to review some of those silly bits. Right, good half in the end. Backo gets us back in front where we deserve to be. And really pleasing to get him back on the score sheet game 1 and hopefully get his momentum sort of up and rolling again. I'm not going to make any changes because I think we were the better side by a distance there. And we just needed to be a little bit clinical like we were just at the end. So let's see how we go for the first 10-15 minutes here. And hopefully we can give ourselves a bit of a cushion. Be nice to get off to a win. See, they're trying the same thing as us, and to be fair, it bounced about 3 times there. Has that not been stopped? Great challenge, but it falls to them. That's a great save, Dudzinski. Whew. Oh, Backo's rolled him. Go on, Shama. Go on, Shama. Oh, he's been pushed wide. Back to Lalose, into row. Oh, blocked. Had the keeper worried. Oh, we do break well, really well. Into Backo. Dugmore has it. Can we find a little pass through? We're moving the ball really well. We just need to find a little way through into Backo. That's not where it is good. I want him running through beyond the last man, 1-on-1 with the keeper. That's where we want him. Lalose turns and sprints well. Has to come back, but this is good though. This is good. We've started confidently into Backo. Hits it early. Decent save. Wasn't enough on the shot, was there? Performing pretty well though. I'm happy with this. Here we go. We're doing that that we did last season, where the pressure just kept coming back at him. That's woeful. Oh dear. Oh, it's a corner. Sorry, Sif. Okay, here they come. Let's stop this before it gets anywhere. Well done. Good covering. Big ball up, and Barrett's onto it. I don't know why he's so far up there. Breaks down again. Highlight's still going though, so no. Here we go again. Come on. Here we go. One more. Oh, too much there. We've overplayed a bit. Oh, what a shot! Good save. Great effort from Alderson. He scored a worldie last season, I think. In goes the corner. First man. It's about every football fan's pet peeve, isn't it, when it's the first man? At whatever level, I don't care. Anyway, we're still winning the game. They've not had much, have they, in this second half, but they'll no doubt sting in their tail if we don't put the game to bed. Coming up to the hour mark, fitness is looking okay, which is good. That's always the plague at this level, even early on. over to them. Can we nick it? Oh, they've turned us a little bit here. And it goes. Good header. The dude. Has Bacco made one of his runs? No, well, they've dropped off him a little bit, so perhaps they've learnt from that second goal. Ah, well done, Eli. Here's Bacco. Brennan, players moving forward in Bradley. He needs help. Help him, boys. That's it. Dugmore smashes it. Come on, then. Forgive you those contract negotiations if you do that. 3-1. Come on, that should be it now. That's a great goal, isn't it? A little bit fortunate there, but Brennan spotted Bradley. He's held it up really well. And Dugmore makes one of his runs. And look at this. Rocket. No saving that. 3-1. Yes. Come on. And starters mean to go on, I suppose, is what we're doing. Probably can make some changes now as we go into the last 20 minutes or so. Brennan's looking a bit tired. The benches, I really should have looked at this a bit better. It's a rubbish bench. Okay. Well, Mike Peck can play that defensive role, so let's do that, and let's let Dugmore go a little bit. I know James Rowe's on a yellow card, but again, with the 5-man bench, it's really difficult. So let's do that. Let's give Mike Peck a bit of a game, see how he does in midfield. And it puts us when we're top of the table at the minute, so early days. Don't get carried away, Rob. Don't get carried away. There we go. We're second already. Another goal. Let's get back up there. I mean, we've had 23 shots, so you know. I mean, the problem here is that we've got an XG of over 2, but they've even got one of over 1, and it's sort of going up a little bit. So maybe let's reel it back a little bit now. Let's not. I don't want to invite pressure, but I don't want it to be too end-to-end. Happy to just see it out now. It's a bit boring for the video, but here we go. Here we go. Charlie Wise is well forward. It's all a little bit tight in here. Barrett swings one out. Good ball out to Alderson. Happy to be patient. Peck puts one in for Dugmore. It's a great ball. It's a great run. And there's the star man. Well, I suppose him and Bacco, but there's the star, the man that's been the best player since the start, hasn't he? It's a great ball in by Peck, to be fair. It's not really what he's in the team to do, but it's a lovely ball in. Dugmore ghosts past the defenders. His 2's up on one of them. Heads it in, 4-1. Job done. And it's a beautiful way to start the season. Are we back top? We're back top. Back top of the league. Lovely stuff. And I think then we can probably make another change for the last couple of minutes. Dangerous looking ball, but the keeper gets that one. Yeah, Boston are 3-0 up. So, I mean, Dugmore's on a hat-trick, but we haven't really got anyone to come on there anyway. Okay, well let's just give Bradley a rest then. It doesn't really matter. Sanchez, what's more than capable of coming on and doing a job there for us, and that should be the end. Easy win in the end. Bit dicey in the first half, but second half's been great. Dugmore pings one. Might have been offside. Oh, it's fallen to Bacco. Dugmore. No, leave it, Peck. He's offside. He must be offside. He's miles off, isn't he? Yeah. If he left it for Bacco, I think Bacco was on, you know. Look just here. Bacco gives it. Lalose plays it. Bacco's on. Oh, Mike, you silly boy. I'll let you off for that assist. Well, it's been pretty basic stuff, this, hasn't it? I think we'll be all right at this level. I know Braintree one of those lower sides, but Dugmore for his hat-trick. Waste. But this has been pretty emphatic. Win away from home as well. That's not to be sort of understated. And we've got players to come into the team as well. We've got like Ken Charles and people like that can make a difference. So we look good. We're still going here. It just does show, because Dugmore can play that attacking role. And I do think about sometimes if putting him there would be better, but he can do all the roles in there, and I suppose that's the difference. Anyway, look at that. Smashed them, really, haven't we? Second, it was pretty even first half as the score displayed. I think we were slightly better. I think this is about right, looking at the highlights and stuff. And then this is we took off them. So great for confidence. Dugmore, Bacco, a couple of the danger men on the score sheet. Superb. So there we go. I mean, there's not much more to say. You've seen the new squad. There'll probably be some more additions by the time I come back next time. But I think we've got the wage budget to at least have a squad now with a little bit of depth. There's a couple of limitations. There's a few players that we went for that we couldn't quite get, either because we couldn't offer enough or other teams could offer more. But that's always going to be the way. We'll keep an eye on them and see if we can come back for them later. But brilliant. Again, like, subscribe if you enjoyed today, guys, and you're enjoying the series. Do let me know. And otherwise, look forward to hearing from you. And see you again next time. Shabba Bacco.